Over the last 10 years, your mouth has giggled, snuggled, bubbled, and yellowed. Because if you're not whitening, you're yellowing. Crest White Strips remove over 10 years of stains and whiten 25 times better than a leading whitening toothpaste. Crest 3D White Strips.
Welcome back. Last night when I was discussing President Obama's speech before the National Urban League with Karen Finney, particularly as we addressed some gentle criticism of the president by black observers, the black Twitterverse, the Blitterverse, went straight bananas. Folk were calling me a hater for just broaching the subject at all. Mind you, it wasn't even my viewpoint, but the very act of me asking a commentator a legitimate question seemed to send some of the president's other supporters into an irrational frenzy. Because, yep, I'm one of his biggest boosters. Make no mistake, I'm riding hard on the Obama bandwagon. I've been on that journey a lot longer than the black Willie-come-latelys who voted overwhelmingly against Obama when he ran for Congress, and who initially spurned him when he asked for their votes for the presidency because they were beholden to Hillary and Bill Clinton. Back then, most black folk were stumped that I was supporting a relatively unknown junior senator they referred to as Barack Obama. So please don't lecture me about the right way to show my loyalty and love to a man I've known and supported for 20 years. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. I understand the hypersensitivity that black folk display when it comes to Obama. There is real hate out there. Unprincipled right-wing politicians who call him every horrible name besides a child of God. Rude journalists who interrupt his press conferences with belligerent retorts. Hateful wannabes who try to trump his legitimate citizenship. And presidential campaigns that try to portray him as the ultimate other. That's hate. But what is not hate is an honest difference of opinion that is framed in respectful fashion. The president not only doesn't have a problem with that, he encourages it. How do I know? Because I've been in his presence too many times when he's invited that criticism. He is humble enough to understand that sometimes constructive criticism can lead to deeper insight and better policy. And trust me when I tell you, he can give as good as he gets. A couple of years ago, when he and I were in the Oval Office talking, he told me point blank, after listening to me expound on an issue, that he had to pass legislation with opponents who didn't listen to Michael Eric Dyson. I ain't mad. I understand his belief and respect his position. And if someone respectfully disagrees with him, he ain't mad either. Hear me, black folk. Save your exasperation and your indignation for the president's real haters. I ain't one of them. How do I know? Because he told me so at the Olympic warm-up game the other day in D.C. when he hugged me and thanked me for my love and support. When you get at that level, holler back at me. Tonight in our survey, I asked you, did Mitt Romney fail his first international audition? 98% say yes, 2% say no. Coming up, Bill O'Reilly says Americans are weak because we help the poor. The bizarre criticism about welfare and your work ethic when we come back.